Alright, I wanted to go over what's in my backpacking fishing tackle, collapsible rod, and what's in my tackle gear here. I'm going to just zoom in on that and show you what I use on my day hikes and backpacking trips when I'm on a fishing adventure. So I want to be able to catch that fish and cook it over fire. That's the best you can get. Freshest and bestest fish you can get is caught fresh out of a backcountry lake, wrapped in tin foil and seasoning, and thrown right on a fire. Awesome. Anyway, I'm just going to go over what's in my gear here for that. I'll zoom in on that right here so you can see it a little better. Alright, first things first. Gotta have your pole. So I gotta, what this is a mag reel collapsible fishing pole. It's got this little thing in the bottom here where you can put some screw or some hooks in there or something, but I don't ever use that. I use just a regular tackle box, but I got my little lure here, my Rapala lure that I use in the river. I have the Bass Pro Shops spinning reel. It's the Elite one, 7 bearing system. It's been a nice reel. And on my line here I use the Nano Fill. I don't make it anymore, but it's a 6-pound test. It's kind of like a braided line. Casts really good. I can cast halfway across the lake with it, with this setup right here. But this, I can pull this out and give me some drag here. But basically this extends out and locks. Not locks, but you just pull it till it's tight, and that holds the pole together. And when you put it back, you don't want to pull on these eyelets, you'll come unglued. So you got to grab the rod here and here and then force it in until it goes. But this one is the mag reel, 2.1 meter, lightweight. So I really like this. It has good sensitivity to the fish that I can catch in those backcountry lakes, or even on the river for that matter. I use it for almost all my fishing except ice fishing, but I have used it for that too. But I use it for all my lake and stream fishing. Anyway, I really like this setup. It's worked well for me. And it packs up really small. And I can just put that on the outside of my backpack where a trekking pole would go, and you can cinch it down so it doesn't fall out of your pack. Alright, next, let's get inside this big bad boy here. So I just use the Coghlan bags. This bag comes as a 3-pack. There's a small bag, this big bag, and or maybe this is the middle bag. I think there's even a bigger bag. Anyway, I use the middle-sized bag because it holds all my stuff real good. I could just use this alone. This is the cap that goes on my fishing pole to secure it so it doesn't come out whatever while you're going down the trail. Also inside this bag I keep my de-hooker because it doesn't fit in here anywhere, and I keep my fillet knife. Use it for a gutting knife as well. It's a pretty nice one. I mean, it's works pretty well. It's got a clip there, belt clip if you want, but I just keep it in this bag all the time. There's that I use. I can clean fish with it. I can fillet fish with it. Keep that in there, and then I have my forceps or whatever they called, pliers that I can get hooks undone out of your finger or out of your fish. Hopefully not your finger. Anyway, so I just keep those together like that so I don't lose them. That way the pliers aren't poking holes in the bag and everything else that's inside there nice. Alright, well, let's get into this tackle box. It's just a plastic tackle box, a dime a dozen at the Walmart or the fishing store. This one I like because it locks and it seals, so that it keeps everything waterproof inside in case it drops in the river or something. You can keep all your stuff dry. And I got my little backpack size stringer that I use. It's just real small, smallest one that I can find. I take some floating cheese, some power bait or whatever you want to call it. I take some of that in case I need to rig up that while in the backcountry. That way I don't have to carry around a big jar of it. Got a couple of these little jigs. These are kind of fun if you're in a spot where you can do some jigging. Looks like a little fish, and when you jig it, it kind of swims around and attracts the fish. Pretty neat. I got a selection of these little flies, different ones. Got a whole bunch of them in there. I got these here with little spinners on them. I just want to have a variety when I get into the backcountry. Another one there. Got a couple more there, a couple different styles. And then I got some leader here. And I got some backup leader, tapered leader here. The Fair Play tapered leader. Got some of that. There's a couple more that are out of the package. And there's a little, I keep this, tells me how to tie my knots in case I forget. And then there's that nano fill line from Berkeley that I was telling you about. 6-pound test, unifilament line. Anyway, they don't make this anymore, so I'm going to have to try to find an equivalent to that. But I don't need to worry about that until I run out of this. So hopefully I don't run out of this, because this line is awesome. It's super expensive when I bought it. It's like 20 bucks for this reel. But anyway, I got a couple of them here. This one's about out, it looks like. This one, I think this one's 8-pound test. I got a couple of different there. Got the little clear bobbers. I want to keep those so if I need to rig up the fly in a bubble, I can do that. I can put my line through there, hook a swivel on there, and put the leader with a fly, and then I can drag the fly behind this bubble. Sometimes those backcountry lakes, those fish are stubborn and they want flies. They don't want lures. And then I got some split shot sinkers. Not too many. Got a few there in case I want to rig up like a worm or some other kind of rigging. You got to be crafty with how you put all your stuff away, otherwise it doesn't fit. Okay, and then I got some more of my Rapalas here. I got a couple different ones, look like different kinds of fish. All of these are sinking Rapalas, so that when they hit the water you reel it in or tug it, and that spoon will make this go down into the water, and then you can do a jerk motion when you reel it in, and it swims fast and sinks, and then it goes slow. Anyway, you can kind of play around with that. It's fun to play around with that. The fish like that. Never caught a fish on this before, but for those stubborn fish that want a frog, got a big old frog hook. Anyway, same. I got a smaller one here, and a dragonfly, and another kind of a fly. Anyway, I just try to keep a variety in here, because you never know what the fish want. I try to throw everything at them on those stubborn lakes. And then I just got a bunch of various different flies here. I got a whole pile of them in there, all different colors and designs and patterns, and I can use those for my flying bubble. For that power bait and stuff there, I got treble hooks in here. See if I can get those out of there. I got some treble hook and a cheese hook in there. I can use that if I need to. In here is more hooks. There's more treble hooks, regular hooks, and swivels. Gotta have swivels. So I got the swivels in there. Let's do that in a second, but let's do that now. And in here I got all kinds of different kinds of jigs. All different colors of little worms to put on the jig. But I got furry jigs and yellow and green and silver and black and all different kinds of jigs. These work great for ice fishing, but I haven't been too successful up in the backcountry lakes of the Uintas yet. But the main thing up there that they like, and you usually knock them dead, is catching it like crazy. Is use these. I carry a lot of these because it seems like I lose a couple every trip, so I make sure I carry enough with me. But the Jake slur, it's a spoon. Basically hooks on behind a swivel. But this is those brook trout, cutthroat trout up in the Uintas. They really love this Jake slur. This is money right here. What I do is, Fish Fear Me, he taught me that if you spread that out a little bit from the factory design where it comes out straight and parallel, if you spread that out a little bit, it gives it a little more action in the water when you're reeling it in. Anyway, so that's been super helpful to have that little added movement in the water. Those fish really get attracted to that, and I got some different colors. I got pink and white and black, and you just never know. Each lake's a little different. You just got to kind of mess around with this stuff and see what works and what doesn't work. Got a couple other things in here, different jigs and whatnot, but I just try to keep a variety in here. All right, well anyway, that's my tackle that I use for my trips, but I don't want to carry any more than what I got right here. I want this to be everything. So if I can't fit it in here, I'm likely not going to bring it. Just keep that in my Coghlan bag up there and ready for the hills. Well, all right. That's my fishing tackle that I take. I usually take more than one pole in case I have a malfunction with one pole, but I take 2 poles always, and my gear bag here. I can pare this down and take less stuff if I needed to, but it's just an extra pound. I just take it all with me all the time. Anyway, hopefully you got some use out of this video and you maybe found some things in there that you might want to pack with your next fishing trip. Anyway, good luck fishing. Maybe we'll see you on the trail sometime. Take care.